Welcome! Just before Christmas, a small comet passed close to the Sun and managed to survive the passage. This is not usual for sun-grazing comets. So this video is about that comet and why I think it survived. First, let me get you oriented as what you're going to be seeing. In the middle here you have a picture of the Sun, pretty much as the size we see it, taken with the Solar Dynamics Observatory AIA instrument in the helium-2 304 channel. So this is material at about 50,000 degrees. Around that you see a dark disk. This is called the occulting disk, and this blocks out the bright light from the Sun so we can see this fainter outer corona that we're actually interested in. The dark line going down to about 7 o'clock is the support beam for that occulting disk. The red area in the center is from the SOHO-LASCO C2 instrument and is a high-resolution coronagraph. In that picture you can see like radial lines coming out from the Sun, and those are helmet streamers, generally associated with active regions. Every now and then you will see an explosion from the Sun going to the left or to the right, and those are coronal mass ejections, which is the main reason that we flew the LASCO instrument in the first place. This blue area is the LASCO C3 instrument, which has a much larger field of view but is at lower resolution. You'll see there's lots of bright dots all over the picture, and that's generally stars or planets. There's some small streaks which come and go very quickly. Those are cosmic rays hitting the detector. Last but not least, this little fuzzy object over here to the right is the comet that we're going to be talking about. And during the movie you'll see it enter from about 3 o'clock on this image and exiting at about 11 o'clock on that image. The bright object moving from right to left on this image is in fact Mercury, moving behind the Sun as we're observing it. Next we'll take a different point of view. We'll go to the stereo A Secchi coronagraph, which is currently located off the east limb of the Sun. So the Earth is to the right in this image. So again I've put the helium-2 304 image in the middle to give you some perspective of the Sun, and it's surrounded again with a occulting disk. The red area is the Secchi field of view. This bright object you'll see slowly move across the image as we go through this is in fact Venus. And our comet is this little bright thing here that when it appears it will travel from west to east across this image. If you're quick, you can see there's another comet to the south of this image coming in at about 6 o'clock and exiting at about 9 o'clock. Here it comes. This can't be the same comet because it's in the southern hemisphere, not the northern one. So what conclusions can we draw from all of this? Well, first of all, that this is not a sun-grazing comet. It got within just a few solar radii of the sun, but sun grazers generally get well within one solar radius. So the comet never got hot enough for it to evaporate away, which is why it survived. So it has lived to continue to orbit the sun for a while longer. Of course, every time it gets this close, it's going to lose a bit more of its material and eventually will disintegrate. So that's all for today. Please stay safe, and until next time, goodbye.